Hi everyone, it's Master Wong here again. I'm down in London. Mark Phillip, a martial art place. I will ask him little bit. A lot of time when I do my video, as you know, a lot of time we do push and I do some movement on it. Now most of you out there see the push, how I do them. But I want to ask Mark here how he dealt with the push, so you can see the different perspective, so you can learn something. So Mark, he's the Wing Chun master. Okay, just like myself, we have the open mind. So our head a little bit bold, you know, because we got so much, so much thing to think about, so much thing to do. Yeah. So he do a lot of different things. So I asked him, so Mark, how you dealt with somebody come and push you, like in the street, somebody come along and push you, like this? How you dealt with it? So
right,
you wanna
look, I always try to deal with things as quickly and as simply as possible. I don't mess about with someone.
Okay.
If a guy comes up to me and he's pushing me, then I'm going to hit him in the groin. Because what I want to do, basically, is just try to keep this as simple as I can. And simple being that if he's pushing me and I'm turning my body, I can hit him, want to hit him, and then control him. I've got the ability to do something. But I'm not going to be nice about it. At the end of the day, the guy touches me, I can turn my body, but it allows me to do something. And hitting the groin, he's not going to see
That's cool. But he just like the friend, just come around and said, Mark, you're right. And then you fucking smack. You wasn't me. Yeah? You're going there.
I'm not friendly.
Yeah. But
I'm not
what about if he just come along, he just say, Mark, how you today? And then try to be a little bit more, how you deal with something simple, movement for somebody can learn, you know?
I'll give you a quick story. I was in Sainsbury's once and I was actually going through a freezer and someone walked up to me and just touched me and said, I haven't seen you for ages. And I hit
just
this bang, bang.
Then another thing, the problem come along, it's like your wife come along, high back and boom, 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 boom. And next thing I know, you're going to have a big problem.
We're all over the place. So look, if I was at my uncle's barbecue, or if I was at my barbecue with a family, and we were arguing over a burger or something like that, the last thing I want to do is hit him or cause him any affray. So look, I could do the same thing. I can just turn him off and push him away. Right. It's a very simple idea. It's not as offensive. And at the end of the day, he gets his burger. He gets to go home. And from here, if he's touching me, I'm just turning. But watch what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm trapping his hands because I don't want him to pull his hands out. And then I'm turning the body, and that's just knocking it off. It's not as offensive, but as I said, it probably works better on a family barbecue.
What about if you go down there on the pub and they turn around and said, Mark, you just almost, I just a few drink, you sleep on my gill, man. And all this bullshit. How do you deal with something like that then?
Now, does this face look like I sleep around?
I don't know, man. I got no idea, yeah? I just assuming, because you got some bad guy over that side, do something like that. So how you gonna mess with something like that? And I don't wanna you smack in the face because I see the camera across there. I don't want you to decorate his face. So, and I don't want his boo back to be messed up because then you're gonna have a problem. So you wanna be nice and little bit more in control of it. How you gonna deal with something like that?
Oh, I'll definitely frame and keep him away. I mean, it'll be a frame, and it'll be keep the guy away and keep him off me. Because I mean, this could be an escalation. At the end of the day, I've taken his girlfriend from him.
Right.
Unlucky for him. But then we've all got bald heads, so I don't know what's going on here. Keeping it in the family. Okay. But the point is that I frame and I keep him off me and I talk him down. But I'm going to talk him down. I'm not actually going to hit the guy. I'm going to be nice to him.
Okay, then so a little bit breaking down slowly for me because it's just like too goddamn quick. I can't really see it myself. So put a hand on him first. Put a hand. No.
You put your hand on him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through and I'm going to frame to just keep him off me.
Right.
So the idea is that I'm just going to brace, and if he tries to push into me, I can keep him off because I'm flaring my
I said, just stay where you are. I set a scenario here. You got a knife here. Pull it out from here. Stop him.
One.
Okay,
so
cool.
From this position, but the other thing that I like to do, if he has got that type of intention,
then you just get rid of him.
Then I'm going to get rid of him.
Perfect.
And then once I do that, I'm going to drive my elbow. Now the thing is, if I've got to worry that the guy is armed, I mean, let's be honest, the guy could be armed at the same time. I always say this: you never want to be in front of the guy directly anyway. You always want to be off to the side. Yeah. Because if he's going to be drawing a weapon, then you're going to be straight away jamming that weapon, and you could be using your head and striking anyway. So you never really want to be square on in front of two equal arms.
Okay, so basically the frame is already set up for unexpected thing.
Yes.
If it's something happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
The frame is just to keep the space and keep the position. If he's
Cool.
going to escalate to a weapon, that's completely different.
Okay.
So if I suspect there's a weapon, then I'll treat this very differently. I will be angling off to the side, and I will be looking to smother that knife on. There's no doubt about that. So the intention's very different.
Okay, so let's give the first breakdown. The first one's very slow for me, so people can see it, so they know that how they're gonna come to your lesson to learn some basic stuff here. So one hand into the first one.
So the first one was actually, I'm striking the guy, I'm not messing about with him. Because
Right.
he's touching me, and as he's touching me, I'm going to hit him. I'm turning my body, which is actually displacing that, and I'm hitting him to the groin. Very difficult for him to see. He can't see it.
Right.
The reason why he can't see it is because it's only
Offline.
It's
Okay.
offline. Right. The second one I said
2 hands to the chest.
2 hands to the chest. We said, look, we don't really want to hurt him. If we don't want to hurt him, it's the same idea, but I'm just taking the arm off. I could still control him.
And
I've
take
got
him
the
back.
option to do that. The last one is that the guy's just getting in my face. He's just getting, look, you know, he's like this. Look, what are you looking at? You're looking at my girlfriend. What are you doing that for? Right? This is what. So that type of situation is a little bit different because what I'm doing is I'm framing, I'm keeping him away from me. Now, from there, if he's looking at escalating the knife, then I've got to be looking at jamming that knife and keeping my head in that space, because my head in that space is going to stop him from literally driving with that knife. So dynamics are very different, but that I have to have some inclination that you're going to try to stab me, so that's different.
Okay, wicked. Thank you for that one. Perfect. This is why I'm saying a lie about him. Everything, the headbutt the fuck in the face first, smacking or not, and that's why he got no more baby left. But that's the idea, because if you don't do this kind of thing, he gonna come back to you, give you a problem. For me, the Master Wong here, from Mark.
In the London Wing Chun Academy, come and see us.
Yeah, check him out, because you know I don't mix around with many Wing Chun people, and he's one of the guys that very think differently. So we get on quite well on it. So if you got time, check his stuff on YouTube out and go to London, check him up. Then you know you're going to love it. Later, people.